Well, hello there, Cancer. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad you joined us. Well, today we are going to be doing your weekly tarot reading. So this is good for the week of November 21st through the 27th. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or advice that Spirit has for you. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you that are celebrating Thanksgiving this week. And we also are entering Sagittarius energy this week. So much more expansive, okay? Just have a couple of more days of the Scorpio energy, and then we'll have this much more expansive energy. So let's see what your week has for you. Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. Okay, there's that Sagittarian energy coming in, and loyal heart. All right, so, there is a situation. Now, Cancer, this has been showing up for some time in your readings, right? But I feel like you're seeing the bigger picture of a certain situation in your life, whether it's family, friend, or romantic. But there's also this sense of being really loyal to you. The bigger picture of when we make choices that are based on what we really want for ourselves, okay, that things seem to fall into place so much more easily for us. So let's see what we have here. We're going to take a look at the present energy, and then we'll any areas of resistance or obstacle, and then advice from Spirit. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah, this is just absolutely lovely. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This is so, okay. I feel like you're getting some type of a message, Page of Swords on the bottom, about can we work this out? It's interesting because we do have Thanksgiving this week in the United States, but we're coming into that holiday season, right? And you could be getting some type of an invitation to some kind of an event, family event. It could be a work event. If this is in your career sector or something, this situation is resonating there. It could be that you're getting invited to some kind of, networking thing or career thing. This is helping you to step into a brand new world, kind of like looking at things from a very positive standpoint. So this is the single lady card, the Nine of Pentacles, but the Nine of Pentacles has this sense of independence and freedom, but also having everything that she wants in her life. It's stepping into this energy of when you are, choosing for yourself, once again, being loyal to you, doing those things that are important to you, taking good care of yourself, taking good care of your finances, right? Making sound decisions based on what you want for yourself, that the world almost like turns for you. It's this energy of things are just going to kind of like manifest just really easily for you. Things will come together that you didn't think were going to come together ever again. It's this sense with the Temperance. This has taken a very long time. You've been trying to get this to work for a very long time, but it's almost like this energy of you've taken your hands off the wheel and allowed Spirit to drive the chariot. You're taking your hands off the wheel and surrendering to whatever this is. And as soon as you try to, or you allow the universe to take over in this situation, your spirit guides, your angels, is like the car, the chariot goes directly where it needs to go, and this whole situation comes together for you. Yeah, one of the things is that you've been kind of strategizing, playing it a little bit safe in this situation. Okay, so we play it safe when we don't want to get hurt, right? And that makes sense. I feel like this situation has been in your readings for a long time, and it's playing out in different areas of your life. You're recognizing that it is playing out in different areas of your life. And that is why you've been kind of holding back for a little bit. Now I think you're understanding, wait a minute, instead of holding back, right? Instead of gripping the steering wheel and trying to hold the car back. Instead, you're just saying, okay, I'm allowing Spirit to take the wheel. I'm going to just allow. It doesn't mean that you're holding back. You're not steering it, trying to slow the car down or speed the car up. You're just saying, okay, I'm giving this up to Spirit, allowing Spirit, allowing God to take the course that needs to be taken in this situation. So let's see what we have here. We have true love, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. One of the things is that in whatever this situation is, there's a sense that you may have, whether you realized it or not, it's still been like, you may have said, no, I gave it up to God a while ago, right? But it's kind of like you gave it up to God, but there was this little expectation with it. Okay, I'm giving it up to God, but it has to happen by Christmas, or I'm giving it up to God, but it has to look exactly like this, right? There's almost this sense of, no, I'm giving it completely up. I'm surrendering to whatever it is. I'm accepting the situation, and I'm only working on me and my true love for myself, making decisions that are good for me. Because whenever we're trying to still put parameters on what it is that we're trying to manifest, the problem is that we are not truly surrendering. Have you ever read before, where if there's something that you want, you write it down in big detail or something like that, and then you fold it up, you seal it up in an envelope, you put it in the bottom drawer of your dresser, and you forget about it, and it will come true, right? It's because you kind of almost like forget about it. It could all happen. It could all come into fruition. And then 10 years later, you find what you wrote down in the bottom, drawer of your dresser. You open the envelope and you're like, oh my gosh, this came true. I completely forgot that this is what I was wishing for. So I feel like that's what this is. It's kind of like, okay, I'm taking the focus off of whatever the situation is, right? Helping it to come together or whatever it is. I'm taking my focus off of that, and I'm only focusing on those things that I can control. What can you control? You can control your actions, your reactions. You can control how you feel about a situation. It's about changing your mindset, your thinking, so that your focus is on what you can control, what you do have control over, and allowing the rest of the situation with this other person or, with this work situation, whatever this is, allowing it to work out for the best. Yeah, and look, we have judgment on the bottom, making that decision of, okay, I'm going to, I'm staying open-minded, right? But I'm at the same time putting my focus back on me, on what my heart truly desires. And knowing that may mean I have to walk in a different direction. But if I walk in that different direction, and it's because I'm not thinking about how, this is going to play out for somebody else or whatever. I'm doing it because this is what I want for myself, what my heart truly wants. Being able to really turn off, okay, what somebody else, you're thinking about how somebody else may perceive it. And moving in this new direction. Yeah, I think you're seeing the bigger picture. I wouldn't be surprised, Cancer, if you look back, in the last, however many, this could be 3 years, looking back in the last 3 years or so, and saying to yourself, okay, yeah, I really made that decision because it's because of this other person or this other situation that has really, it's almost like hijacked, okay, your decision-making ability. Whether you were doing it to please them or you were doing it in some way to kind of, retaliate. And that's not really the word, but just kind of like, okay, I'm going to do this, and knowing that it may get back to them or how it may be perceived by other people. That's the part where you're seeing, no, that's not what I want to do anymore. You know, I want to only make choices that are really and truly in alignment with what I want. And I feel Cancer, we all go through that stage, right? Where we think we're making decisions based on what our heart truly desires. But when we go down deep within, we realize that there's fear, or there's the thinking of somebody else that is still playing into our decisions. Because here yes, okay, so we have as your obstacle here, or your area of resistance, is that you may have kind of moved forward, okay? Wanting to find, this, look at, it's joyous fun, but look at all of these people kind of celebrating together. You may have either put a little bit of an energy of, yes, I'm going to, put on this front, perhaps a little bit of having fun, or I insist I'm going to go out into the world and have fun. There's almost this energy of trying to perceive things. These are like two opposite energies, This is a determined energy of, but it comes from that sense of I'm only doing what's good for me, right? Type of energy, instead of I'm choosing what my heart desires. There's a difference, right? This is a little bit more of a selfish energy. And you could have been doing it because it's kind of like, yeah, I want to get back into this place of being with people, of being joyful, right? So you could have been making some decisions, trying to get back to this, but now you're recognizing I was making decisions, trying to get to something, right? But it wasn't really in alignment with who I am or who I want to be. It's you're recognizing there was still some chatter in the back of your head. And now, I love this. You're kind of like I almost feel like, we have a judgment card on the bottom, but I feel like it's almost like a tower, like an epiphany. This sense of, wait a minute, I'm going in a new direction. Instead of forcing fun into my life, right? I'm going to have this more allowing fun to come into my life. This is very much of a divine masculine energy. I insist on having fun in my life. I insist on having people in my life that want to be with me. But it's coming from this sense of insisting, right? Almost demanding. Now you're kind of like, oh my goodness. I think you're actually going to stop yourself and say, yeah, okay, wait a minute. Now I see the big picture. I was forcing it too much. Almost like a sense of trying too hard. And now you're stepping into this energy of realizing just how wonderful you are. Like, right? How beautiful you are inside and out. How fun and vivacious you are. So it's kind of like, okay, I am this energy. And when we accept this energy for who we really and truly are, then all of a sudden we allow people with that same type of energy to come into our life. Really, kind of a spiritual sense here of recognizing that we attract what we are, right? And I feel like you're understanding you could have a lot of people in your life that you do have fun with, right? But it's almost like mandatory fun. And I remember when I was a teacher, sometimes we would have these faculty meetings and they were mandatory fun. Okay, when you are trying to make mandatory fun in your life, I'm telling you, it is not fun, right? Fun comes when we sit back and we just are very open and allow people to come into our life, or allow people to be themselves, right? Those are the funniest moments, when it's just kind of spontaneous and it just kind of pops up out of anywhere, instead of, nope, wait a minute, I got to plan on my fun. This is a kind of an energy of just recognizing that every single day can be fun. You don't have to put it on your calendar. You don't have to schedule it in, because that's not necessarily fun. That's, okay, mandatory fun. Instead, it's kind of like, wow, you're driving down the road and you see, I don't know, a butterfly garden, a sign for a butterfly garden. You're like, wow, I'd love to go do that. Okay. And you pull off the road and you go and you visit. It's kind of like this energy of, yes, Fun is always right around the corner. I don't have to kind of like demand for it to be here or insist that it look a certain way. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, so you have the Empress energy. This is that divine feminine, allowing these new people, these new situations, this fun to come towards you. You've been blocking it for some time. You know, for some of you, it could be, you know, kind of like feeling obligation to a certain family member, right? And you're kind of recognizing, oh my goodness, I just don't even enjoy being with them, you know? So you may have been trying to force this fun with this person or this group of people, and you're just kind of like, you know, that's not really fun. But there's a difference, you know, sometimes, okay, we're coming up to Thanksgiving. Sometimes it is a family obligation. You go, you know, it's to keep the connections alive. It's to catch up with family members. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a whole bunch of fun, right? I mean, it is about just getting together. There doesn't have to be this agenda. And I think that's what you're recognizing. Going to Thanksgiving, you're having this open heart and just recognizing, you know, I'm really here. The fun in this is really about just being with the people that I'm going to be with, instead of perhaps feeling like, well, are we going to play some games or, you know, I don't know, whatever, you know? So I feel like you're kind of coming into this essence of, it doesn't have to all be planned. It can sometimes happen spontaneously, because here's your advice. You know, the Empress energy again. So the Empress energy is, you know, the energy of allowing things, being more nurturing instead of this, okay, go, 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 do. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to relax. I'm going to allow these people to come into my life, because I am in this energy of loving myself, right? Of loving myself. And because of that, I'm going to attract these new people into my life that also love me. It's also a little bit of a sense here of family with the Empress energy twice, you know. Could be, you know, you're a mother or your relationship with your mother. It could also be that for some of you, you are pregnant because the Empress is pregnant there. Stepping into this new energy of understanding, if nothing else, that you are kind of like on a new trajectory. You know, with this full energy, you are moving into a new chapter of your life, where you are allowing a little bit more instead of perhaps planning everything or feeling like everything has to be structured. Yeah, this is lovely energy. You know, you have the Sun card, you have the 8 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. Really kind of walking into a new world where, you know, the sun, love, abundance, joy are all coming towards you when you allow, when you let go of the wheel a little bit and allow these things to come to you. All right, Cancer, let's pull your Soul Truth card. I also do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Okay, and I'll bet you anything, you didn't schedule that. It just happened. It just occurred, right? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard, you peed in your pants. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snore or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. And that's the key. It's about finding the joy in the littlest things, understanding that it doesn't have to be structured. It doesn't have to look a certain way. Just being more joyful about life in itself. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.